Hi guys, JT here, and today I'm bringing you some information on 10 games in Fanatical's Bento bundle of November 2025. To help me answer the question, should you buy it? By visiting links in the description below, you'll gain access to this bundle and support the channel in the process. Before I begin, I'd like to thank you the viewers for watching my silly videos. I hope they're helpful. Most importantly, knowing that you're watching it means the world. Anyway, let's get into this. At number 1 we have The Devil Within, Satgat, a demanding Metroidvania Souls-like platformer. This title does not shy away from conjuring up images of a complex, punishing combat and eerie worlds, all set within a benevolent Eastern tale. You play as Royal Guard Kimrip, on a mission to cleanse the world of demons unleashed by the mysterious Black Tower. To succeed, you must embrace the darkest essence within you, a compelling premise that pulls you deeper into Kimrip's background. The game truly shines in its exploration. As expected of a Metroidvania, you'll find yourself immersed in a detailed, complex, interconnected world, constantly uncovering hidden paths and unlocking shortcuts. The game actively encourages you to be curious, often diverting you from the main route in search of valuable goodies and encounters. Combat is rapid, ferocious, and demanding. Kimrip wields a katana and a shotgun, requiring prudence due to a strict stamina system. You'll find that mastering dodging and parrying is essential, although the timing for the parry can initially feel infuriatingly difficult. However, the immense satisfaction of conquering these combat aspects is second to none. The demonic powers, derived from Kimrip's cursed blood, add an extra layer of technical complexity to skirmishes and make the boss fights, each a perfect puzzle to break, even more entertaining. Ingram, or souls, are used for upgrades, and purity pellets handle healing. While sparse checkpoints in certain areas, like the Dark Forest, may lead to frustrating backtracking, the eventual victory feels so gratifying that it makes the tribulations bearable. The Devil Within, Satgat, is an eclectic and ambitious title. Its worth depends on your appreciation for depth and unforgiving difficulty. If you're patient enough to learn its precise combat, diverse trait enhancement systems, and navigate its richly crafted world, you'll find this a highly rewarding experience. Minor flaws are present, but they do not compromise the overall quality of this challenging journey. At number 2 we have Cats and Cups, a charming shopkeeping simulation game centered on running a coffee shop managed by adorable feline baristas. The concept, combining cats and coffee, sounds irresistible, and if you're easily swayed by homely comforts, you'll likely be drawn in. At its core, it features the familiar mechanics of a business simulator, requiring you to brew beverages, fulfill unique orders, prepare baked goods, and capitalize on favorites. The mini-games and progression will feel recognizable if you have played similar caffeine-based brew-em-ups. However, where games like Coffee Talk prioritize conversation, opts for economic collapse and constant struggle, you will quickly find yourself clutching at straws, sometimes drowning in stock. The small flaws actively prevent the game from succeeding. The economics are imbalanced, defined by ludicrously priced ingredients and low turnaround fees. For example, once you unlock tea, selling it nets little to no profit, contributing to your downfall. Furthermore, you must constantly pay to defend your shop from thugs, and expensive expendable items are required each shift. If you could abolish these financial constraints, you would discover a genuinely fantastic shopkeeping simulation underneath. The game has tremendous heart, and the prep work and maintenance are fun to engage with. It just takes time to find those enjoyable nuggets of gold and enjoy the fruits of your labor. The potential is clearly there for a great caffeine-boosting experience, but the questionable price tags of materials make transforming a small local cafe into a thriving beacon unnecessarily difficult. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but it will resonate with you if you crave a challenging shopkeeping loop. At number 3 we have Galgun Returns, an officially dubbed remake of the very first game in the Q-em-up rail shooter franchise, finally giving Western fans a chance to experience where the series began. The premise is instantly absurd. High school student Tenzo is accidentally shot by a trainee Cupid with 16 arrows. You now have 24 hours to find your true love, or you'll be hated by every woman for eternity. The story is one of the game's best aspects. The writing is incredibly entertaining, thanks to a keen sense of comedic timing and often downright absurdity. The localization team clearly had a blast, and that enjoyment easily carries over to you, resulting in plenty of laugh-out-loud moments. In terms of mechanics, the game is extremely straightforward. As Tenzo moves automatically through the levels, love-struck girls attack, and you must fend them off by shooting them with pheromones. While you can often get through the game by wildly shooting, the real challenge lies in racking up a high score. To do this, you must aim for specific weak points to trigger an ecstasy shot, which is a guaranteed one-hit KO and racks up bonus points. For clearing rooms, you have the Doki Doki mode. By storing up energy, you enter a minigame to zoom in on a girl's weak spot. Filling the gauge clears the screen with radiating ecstasy. While effective, you might find the process a bit slow at times. Compared to later titles like Double Peace or Gelgun 2, Returns feels more arcade-like and lacks some quality of life features. However, don't let that scare you away. It is a faithful, fun recreation of the original, perfect for appreciating the roots of the series. If you can appreciate it for the straightforward blast that it is, you're guaranteed to have an absolute blast. At number 4 we have Maiden Cops, a cheeky pixel art beat-em-up that blends classic arcade action with unapologetically risque anime aesthetics. You play as one of the 3 anime heroines tasked with saving Maiden City from a violent uprising called the Liberators. Sounds familiar? That's because Maiden Cops is a love letter to old-school brawlers like Final Fight and Streets of Rage. You'll punch, kick, and combo your way through 7 crime-ridden zones, from subways to beachside brawls, all while enjoying surprisingly detailed pixel art and quirky world building. Each heroine feels distinct, with different speed and power stats, and the combat includes a smart upgrade. You get 3 powerful special moves mapped to different buttons, fueled by a meter instead of your health bar. That is a refreshing change for the genre. Blocking, juggling enemies off-screen, and the ability to unlock music, outfits, and cheats all add serious replay value. But it is not all perfect. Health pickups are bafflingly rare. Candy bars give you cash, not health, and that can make tougher battles frustrating. It is also repetitive by nature, like most beat-em-ups, and if you're not into button mashing or fan service heavy art, this probably won't win you over. Still, if you love old school brawlers and don't mind a little anime access, Maiden Cops delivers the goods. It is not just for looks, it is actually a solid game. In a genre often starved for polish, this one punches above its weight class. At number 5 we have Evil Tonight, a top-down survival horror game that echoes the challenge and resource management of classic Resident Evil. You take control of Sylvia, a modern medium who battles supernatural forces by confronting them head-on. When a job at an abandoned performing arts school goes horribly wrong, Sylvia finds herself trapped in a nightmare filled with spirits and grotesque creatures. With only her wits, limited weapons, and scarce resources, she must navigate the haunted halls, uncover the mystery behind the haunting, and survive against overwhelming odds. Visually, Evil Tonight is a masterpiece of pixel art, reminiscent of Final Fantasy Tactics with soft gradients and a subtle CRT-like blur that enhances the atmosphere. The environments are packed with detail, making exploration as rewarding as it is tense. However, the gameplay leads into the brutal side of survival horror. Ammo and healing items are scarce, enemies take a surprising amount of damage, and your melee weapon, restricted by a stamina system, often feels frustratingly weak. Exploration is engaging, but hindered by a lack of a map, forcing you to memorize key locations. While the puzzles are simple, extensive backtracking can become tedious. The writing is another weak point, with Sylvia's dialogue often falling into cringeworthy, over-the-top territory. Despite its flaws, Evil Tonight delivers a compelling, visually stunning horror experience. If you enjoy punishing survival horror with a strong challenge, it is worth your time. Just be prepared for a fight. At number 6 we have Berserk Boy, a fast-paced side-scrolling platformer inspired by Mega Man, but it adds its own electrifying twist. It kicks off with a stylish animated intro that sets the tone for the energetic ride ahead. You play as K, a skilled teleporter who merges with a mysterious berserk orb to gain powerful energy-based abilities. When your friend Dizzy is kidnapped by the villainous Dr. Genos, it's up to you and a red giant bird named Fjord to rescue her and save the world. Combat feels fresh. You don't shoot enemies, you dash into them, chaining lightning tethers and pulling off devastating combos. As you collect new orbs, you unlock different berserk forms like Flame Drill or Soaring Wind, and each level clearly forces you to use every one of them. You'll dash, dig, fly, and slash through 5 major zones, each with hidden paths, upgrade orbs, and secrets to uncover. The controls are tight and fluid, making even the most frustrating platforming sections feel fair. Every stage ends with a report card showing your score, medals, and deaths, encouraging replayability and mastery. While the enemy variety is a bit limited, the vibrant visuals, SNES-era charm, and catchy soundtrack more than make up for it. You'll likely spend over 15 hours finishing the game, and even more if you go for 100% completion. If you love action platformers that challenge your reflexes and reward exploration, Berserk Boy is absolutely worth your time. You'll keep coming back for those satisfying combos. At number 7 we have Sucker for Love, Date to Die For, a horror visual novel with dating sim elements, following the protagonist Stardust as she seeks answers about her missing siblings in a mysterious rural village. Returning to her childhood home, Stardust encounters the Black Goat of the Woods, Rokjan, a powerful demon who surprisingly feels awful about corrupting thousands of people. Instead of fighting, you agree to perform rituals to break the curse and banish the demon. The twist, however, is romance. Rokjan is immediately smitten with Stardust, and you'll find yourself navigating endearing and funny, albeit raunchy, flirting between the unlikely pair. If you're into goat demons with massive curves, this game delivers. Your primary gameplay loop involves reading your Lovecraftian spellbook and performing rituals. This requires you to explore the rundown 360-degree rooms of the house to find specific items, then returning to the bedroom to chant. This breaks up the story in an interesting way, and performing the rituals always feels genuinely cool. The tensions come from the ever-present threat of cultists lurking in the house, determined to stopping you. You must carefully peek through doors and quickly shut them if you spot an enemy, or face a sudden jump scare and brutal murder. Caution is essential, but the threat of losing progress and being sent back to the last checkpoint can make the exploration feel too punishing, often discouraging you from straying far from the objective. You may wish a bit more from Sucker for Love. The runtime is short, and the focus on exploration means the story and character development don't get as much time to breathe as you might hope. While the concept is great and their interactions between Stardust and Rokjan are a highlight, the tension of constant death may overshadow the fun. Still, if you're looking for a spooky, funny, and unique visual novel, this is an interesting choice. At number 8 we have Flower in Us, a short, highly atmospheric story-driven mystery adventure built in the RPG Maker format, inviting you to unravel dark secrets after awakening in a basement with complete memory loss. You quickly discover a tied-up young woman who seems to know you, kicking off an engaging search for clues around your immediate confined environment. The initial atmosphere, sound design, and artwork are very nice and successfully set a compelling, eerie tone for the narrative. The game is mostly character-driven with well-paced puzzles that are balanced to guide you without being overly simple. Most players find the puzzles not too complex, making it an excellent experience to pass an evening over, with 100% completion time averaging around 3 to 4 hours. The story itself is considered interesting, unique, and often cinematic, with many reviewers praising the art and emotional impact of the music. However, a few design choices create unnecessary friction. Some users found the story's ending unsatisfying, feeling that the character arcs, particularly the protagonist's relationship with the young woman, were cut short or disregarded. More significantly, a key feature is confusingly locked behind a second playthrough wall. You have to accidentally stumble upon the solution by starting a new game or loading a chapter, as the game does not clearly communicate how to unlock extra dialogue options, leading to frustration and wasted time trying to find non-existent hints. Despite these minor gripes, particularly regarding the save system and the convoluted method for unlocking new content, Flower in Us is highly recommended. If you enjoy character-focused short mystery adventures with beautiful aesthetics and balanced puzzle difficulty, grab this game and play it in an afternoon. You won't regret the experience. At number 9 we have Not Monday Cafe, a cozy idle management, idler, and farm simulation game that aims to keep you company while you work. Designed to sit passively at the bottom of your screen, this pixel art visual feast combines operating a bustling cafe with cultivating a farm, where you can grow essential ingredients like coffee, wheat, and fruits, and raise animals for milk and eggs. The core gameplay loop is highly automated and relaxing. Once you plant a new crop or buy an upgrade, your adorable little workers seamlessly divide the task and get to work. You don't need to assign roles. Starting with a basic setup, you can expand both the cafe and the farm, unlocking over 300 recipes ranging from teas and coffee drinks to global brunch dishes. Interacting with your cute animal customers by clicking on them rewards you with hearts and coins, which you can then use to upgrade appliances, unlock more ingredients, and decorate your dining room. You even get to choose your initial setting, from forest to islands or an urban environment. Beyond the core simulation, the game features practical additions like a Pomodoro timer, effectively turning it into a productivity app. For streamers, the Twitch integration is a fun touch, allowing your chat members to appear as customers in your cafe. The soundtrack, filled with lo-fi and classic coffee shop jazz, combined with the gorgeous, colorful pixel art, creates a highly suitable and lovely ambience. Not Monday Cafe is an excellent idle game. It provides enough customization and simulation depth to satisfy farm sim fans, but its highly automated nature ensures it never demands so much attention that you lose focus on your actual work. If you seek a beautifully stylized laid-back game that rewards passive engagement, you should definitely check this out. At number 10 we have Rogueflight, a high-octane narrative-driven shoot-'em-up that throws you into the cockpit of the Arrow, humanity's last hope in a war-torn galaxy. You'll find yourself dodging bullets, mastering barrel rolls, and making split-second decisions, all while navigating a branching storyline with multiple outcomes. This is not your average shoot-'em-up. Rogueflight dares to weave in a heartfelt story about survival, sacrifice, and one ace pilot named Nadia. Between stages, you are given choices that affect not only the plot, but the mission paths you take, some of which are intentionally more punishing. The Star Fox-style diverging routes and narrative weight gives you real reason to care about what happens next. Gameplay-wise, it's a thrilling blend of classic arcade design and modern roguelike systems. While you'll die, often, you keep your upgrades, making each run feel like progress. You can fine-tune your loadout with weapons and decals, though the lack of clear damage stats makes some choices feel like guesswork. Combat is chaotic but exhilarating. Whiplash attacks, homing missiles, and screen-clearing combos offer catharsis between tense dodging sequences. Boss fights are a mixed bag, visually stunning, but sometimes frustrating due to screen placement and hard-to-spot hitboxes. The anime-inspired visuals nail a nostalgic tone, and once you roll credits, Caravan Mode unlocks, pushing your reflexes even further. If you're a shoot-'em-up fan looking for something bold, challenging, and emotionally engaging, Rogueflight soars high. It is not perfect, but you'll be coming back for more, again and again. And that's all for this bundle. This bundle is a mixed bag, and you gotta watch out for the FOMO bait. Hard pass of the Harvest Moon titles, they're straight up mobile trash and definitely not the nostalgic hit you're looking for. Seriously, don't even bother with those. The real value bomb here is Berserk Boy. Snag it. That is a certified banger that make the whole bundle worth your cash. Don't waste your precious time or money on the weaker titles, just grab the winners. In any case, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if this video was helpful, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and maybe consider buying the channel a coffee. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.